Also in 1996, the Pope said that evolution is a fact. He made a papal decree. It is official record in the Roman Catholic Church that they consider evolution to be a fact. Okay? So has it helped society? No, it has not. In fact, it has done the opposite, and I'll show you that. This is interesting. Number 8, when did dinosaurs live? What do you think?
4,500 years ago.
Before they died.
Okay, here's some answers. Here's some of the things they said. 1000 BC, 200 BC, 2,000 years ago, over 2,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago, 7,000 years ago, 5,000 years ago, before Adam, a long, long time ago, millions of years ago, several million years ago, when God created the animals, before Adam and Eve, before Adam, BC, Noah, pre-Noah, before the flood, until the flood, during the days of Job, in 1989. But those were the answers that the last group gave. It might surprise you to know that dinosaurs are still alive. They're just not as big as they were before the flood. The Komodo dragons, the Komodo Islands in the Indian Ocean are dinosaurs. Now, you need to understand the word dinosaur. It was coined about 170 years ago in England by one of the lords there. Before that time, guess what all these animal forms were called? Dragons. They were recognized as dragons. Dragons are real. Not the ones you see in the computer graphics, but dragons are real, including the Komodo dragons, including the monitor lizards. Alligators are a type of dragon. Crocodiles, caimans, gavials, all those. So they're still around in different forms. Some people say they've even still seen plesiosaurs alive, but that's questionable. We'll see. Now, what's all this got to do with Christianity? Why are we even studying origins? What are we into here? What's the reason? I gave you a hint last week. In fact, I said it pretty emphatically last meeting. And Matt, you might want to write this down. They wrote this down last time. If Genesis 1 through 11 is not true, if it's just an allegory, that means that Adam and Eve didn't really sin. So Jesus died for nothing. If Genesis 1 through 11 is not true, Jesus had no reason to die. That's why we're studying this. All right? So then why did Jesus come to earth?
Because they did sin.
Yeah. To bring us back to a right relationship with God, to reconcile, to atone for our sins, to make that sacrifice, to be the person that would bring us back to God. But if we didn't sin, He came for nothing. All right, the next question I've already answered here. How many races are there? Let me give you the answers that they gave before I told it. A lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 or more, 11, 12, several, and thousands. They're being honest. Okay? There's one race, the human race. You're related to everyone in the world. You're not more evolved than anyone else either. All right. Number 12, this is the last one. And this is a long one. What questions would you like to ask about origins? And I want you to think while I'm going through these. If you have a question, we'll add it to this. Here's some questions that they wrote down. Is there life on other planets? Could Adam and Eve have been cavemen? What did God do to want to come to help us? How long ago did Adam live? Were years in the Bible the same as years now? Men live to be many hundreds of years old. Is that the same as hundreds of our years? Why did God align the planets like He did? Do you think Adam and Eve saw angels in the garden? Was the universe created in Genesis 1? Is there evidence for the gap theory? We'll talk about different theories. Where did dinosaurs come from? When did they live? How did people live hundreds of years and now the top lifespan is just over 100? You ever question that? Who was the oldest man? How long did he live?
970.
969. And here's where he died. Let me get to the right place here. See this line right here? That's when the flood came. Methuselah, his dad was Lamech. Lamech lived 777 years. Methuselah lived 969 years. Methuselah died the day before the flood. Guess what Methuselah means? And all these patriarchs had names that meant something. I'm going to get into that, and this is going to be an interesting thing that I'll tell you later on.
How do you know it down there?
Because the Bible says it.
Before the
Yeah. What does his name mean?